Item G9, and I'll open the public hearing on that item, and Mr. Rosh, our planning administrator, will frame this item. You're recognized, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Public hearing G9 is the Avalon Grove PD substantial change. This one's located in District 1, just south of Lake Gifford Way and east of Avalon Road, within the US 192 Growth Center. Subject property is 38.51 gross acres in size. It's currently zone PD and entitled for 300 short-term rental units and 300 multifamily units. Through this request, the applicant is proposing to convert those 300 short-term rental units into entitlements for 300 multifamily units. This is a future land use map of the subject property. Lake Gifford Way is on the north. That's formerly known as Hartzog Road, was recently renamed. You'll note that it's got a growth center PD medium density residential designation, and that was something that was recently approved by the board. And of course, it's zone PD. And this is an aerial of the subject property. You can see there's a mobile home park immediately to the east. And then Grove Blossom Way is to the southwest, and that connects back to the Grove Resort. Many timeshare, short-term rental type communities here in this area. This is a proposed land use plan. You'll note the connection to the south as well. Contemplated requesting a connection to the east, but that's already improved with the mobile home park. Just one quick update to condition number 12B. This is an old condition from 2015, and it has a reference to Hartzog Road, and of course that changed. So we would just request updating that to reflecting Lake Gifford Way, the correct name. In terms of the recommended action, we'd request the board make a finding of consistency with the comprehensive plan and approve the substantial change to the Avalon Grove PD, subject to the DRC recommendation in the staff report with the minor edit to 12B as presented. Mayor and Commissioners have been briefed on this request. This one's in District 1, and I'm available for any questions, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rosh. Is the applicant present, and if so, would you like to come forward and make any comments?
Good afternoon, Erica Hughes with BHB 225 East Robinson, Orlando, Florida. I'd like to thank staff for working with us to get to this point, and we concur with their recommendation, and I'm available for any questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hughes. Are there any members of the public present who wish to be heard on this item?
Mayor, yes, we do have one speaker, Monty Meeks.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners,
Afternoon.
and everyone else. I would like to know if you happen to have a copy of the plan in front of you.
It's hard to
With
see
that
what
said,
you have there.
it shows Hartzog subdivision lots 1 through 7. And what's really brought me here was they're putting up what I call environmental fencing and along Lake Gifford Way. And in the process of putting up the environmental fencing, you know, it's that little black fencing that goes along a project. They've placed survey markers down between lot number 6 and lot number 7. And I don't think it's of any real concern, but I need to find out what the applicant's intention is for those survey stakes, if they plan on drainage or any other use of that area. A long time ago, it seemed like I recalled there being a drainage easement that would be granted there. But that was written many years ago, back whenever that property across the street was an orange grove. Now we're talking about a different subject. So the survey stakes, why between 6 and 7, I need to know that. Also, like to know if there's going to be a privacy wall or some landscaping so that the view from our houses along Hartzog subdivision, it'll look a little nicer. Excuse me. And along Lake Gifford Way, I'd like to know if it's planned for a traffic, a merge lane, access lane to get off of Lake Gifford Way onto the property, because as it's set up now by the diagram I've seen, and they've got the stakes up there, you make off of Lake Gifford Way an immediate right-hand turn. They need sort of an egress to get off the road and then make their turn. I hope you're following what I'm talking about, but they're able to get off the road safely. And then if traffic has made arrangements for a stoplight at the intersection of Lake Gifford Way and Avalon Road. The road is so notorious at this point that truckers that they go by, because it's partially hidden, will sound their horn to avoid accidents. I've heard numerous crashes at that site, and I've requested that a traffic light be installed there, but nobody's ever followed up with it. And I threw my hands up in the air, and I just said, people are going to get hurt. It's not my fault. Again, going back, the survey stakes is my primary concern here. Why were they placed between lot 6 and 7? Thank you.
All right. Did we have his name and address for the record, Mr. Rosh? Do you have it?
I would appreciate it if you could state your name and address for the record, sir. Sir?
My name is Monty Meeks, and I live at 14448 Lake Gifford Way, Winter Garden.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go back to the applicant or the applicant's representative for any rebuttal comments. Ms. Hughes, if you'd like to respond to some of the questions or concerns that were raised.
Sure. I unfortunately don't know exactly which lot 6 and 7 is on Lake Gifford Way. I will say that the PD itself is a larger PD, and it's split basically into 2 projects, and the property that fronts Lake Gifford Way is currently going through construction approvals and permitting. That could be part of the reason of why the environmental fencing, because the northern half of the PD is further along than the southern half where the short-term rentals were proposed. But we can certainly look through the information, and I could provide the information to RPM so that they can relay the information to the property owner. And if there's any additional questions, we'd be happy to discuss those issues with them. On top of that, the northern half has gone through development plan approval and construction plan approval, so any improvements along Lake Gifford Way for access has been reviewed and approved on those plans, so we would be following the recommendations from staff and the land development code requirements. I think
All right.
that was it.
I guess to staff, any additional comments regarding, I think the question was raised about a drainage plan and possibly issues related to traffic signalization.
Yes, Mayor, the Public Works is already preparing to an RFP for an RCA, a roadway conceptual analysis for this segment of Avalon, which will include this intersection. At that time, it will be determined by the study if a traffic signal would be warranted with existing and projected trips along this road. And with the improvements, the signal will be installed if warranted. And regarding the drainage concerns and easement, I'm looking at the Lions plan, and I don't see any recorded easements that the county may have been granted. So we would have to investigate further with their engineer when he brings in any development plans or a PSP.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Almodovar. And hopefully Mr. Meeks was able to understand what you just commented on. That will be part of the process moving forward. Okay. Ms. Hughes, any other comments?
Nope, just would appreciate support and available for any questions that you guys have.
All right. Thank you for your presence. Then We'll close the public hearing, and we'll go to the District Commissioner, Commissioner Wilson, for any further comments or potential motion.
Well, I was going to say, I want to just thank you for, this is that 192 Grove Center area, and knowing that this is essential workforce housing for people that are coming in, sometimes from Lake and Polk. So, looking forward to making sure that the infrastructure meets the need also, and that we have multiple transportation options, not just one. And so I look forward to working with you all on that. And the gentleman who came in, as long as we can, with Eric, maybe round back and just make sure we keep in touch as the PSP comes forward. And with that, I will make a motion for approval.
Second, Sipling.
There's a motion by Commissioner Wilson, a second by Commissioner Siplin. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion passes, and it is unanimous. All right, thank you all for your presence today. We are going to move forward.